Man, these ships have some serious gimmicks. Shimanto, for instance, has 360-degree turrets, which is really cool. Oh, and a nice 6-second turret traverse time. What? That is the most un-IJN cruiser thing ever. They're sneaky, they have strong AA, great concealment, and wiggle torpedoes, not to mention 30mm HE pin on Shimanto. There's a lot going for them and a lot of really cool things that make these ships really the ultimate kiting ships now in the game, in my opinion. More on that later, but let's go look at our ship setup. Aiming systems is what I used for this game, but you might consider the AA mod for 20% more range. The shells seem pretty accurate. I did some testing in the training rooms and I don't really think I missed the 7% dispersion, so maybe test AA for you. Prop, conceal, and then reload. You're going to want it because these are a 15-second reload on these 150mm gun stock. That is kind of a long time. That is the same reload as Megami's 203s. So yeah, you're going to want to do some things to pump the DPM up. On that note, there are a couple commanders I would recommend. This new guy, Mitsuji, we're just going to stop with Mitsuji. He has some cool perks. A lot buffing the torpedoes, but you can get a little bit more fire chance and conceal, which go great with these cruisers. I actually wasn't using the killing distance thing, which your torpedoes deal more damage when they get hits from farther away, because I like fully packed on a tier 7, 8, or 9 cruiser, just my personal preference. You could use DFAA. I've been using a cat fighter. It comes in handy if it, comes down to a situation where you need to be sneaky around islands, but you could use DFAA if you wanted. Another commander that I would consider using is Arpeggio Haguro. She has some great perks for HE slinging ships, including Hellfire, which is going to improve your pin a little bit more. I think 5% of 30mm, 31.5. So you get some pretty good HE pin out of these 150mm shells. And Azerlane Atago, of course. Sorry, I had to say it. Don't get triggered. But yeah, there's a lot of good commanders that you could use, or Yamamoto if you're completely free to play and you don't have the new guy. But anyways, let's jump into a match together and see what this ship can do. All right, Tears of the Desert. And am I the only one a little bit sad about Epicenter being taken away from this map? Who knows, maybe it's just me. I kind of enjoyed it. It was something different. But yeah, if you missed the patch notes, no more Epicenter on Tears of the Desert. I might still be around for Islands of Ice, but as our 3 game modes go, Domination, Epicenter, and Capture the Base. Of course, I like anything that's not Capture the Base. I think Capture the Base is terrible, garbage. You're not going to earn a lot of XP. It's not that fun, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, let's position kind of aggressively, because the thing is, we are pretty stealthy and we're pretty fast. And we spawned mid. Where else are we gonna go? I kind of want to play this island here, right here in front of us. Let's throw some sneaky torps through the gap. As you can see, look at these torpedo angles. It is beautiful. It's something that we don't get on Megami or Suzuya, and I'm gonna reference those ships a lot during this video. They are direct competitors. This ship is actually sitting on a Megami hull. As I understand it, these were anti-aircraft cruisers that were built later on in the war, and they basically took a Megami hull, they put these 150mm guns on top, and voila, AA cruiser. At least as far as I understand it. Looking at the enemy team, Constellation, that is something we need to watch out for. That is a dangerous battleship. Yes, there he is. Extremely accurate battle cruiser dispersion, maybe even 2.0 Sigma, I can't remember. But scary, accurate, we need to be very careful. But let's just kind of wait and see. Oh, we can take a pot shot at Suzuya here. We got spotted, that's a little scary, but let's move up here. We can always take a kiting position because this is a fantastic kiting ship. And seeing turpets here, we probably better go ahead and kite out. It's the only thing, if you play mid, you have to, what is that? It's an Atlanta B. Let's load the AP, but if you play mid, you have to be able to get out of there if the flank's getting pushed. Okay, let's test the AP on Atlanta B. Again, they're only 150mm guns, but we're using fixated, so we have some AP pin. Watch out for incoming shells from the battleships. Okay, a couple good hits there. Couple good hits. We might be able to clean this guy off the board. Surely he's going forward by now. Let's shoot a little in front. Ouch, we just got citadeled. He's still going in reverse. Okay. Why? Now he'll go forward? Good grief. But as you can see, in this kiting position, our front turrets, see how they kind of turn around? Wow, we didn't pick up that kill. That's great. That guy just kept it in reverse the entire time. It's funny, you try to predict what players would do. Sometimes you shouldn't even try. This is World of Warship Legends. Just don't even try. Just use the auto aim. Anyways, sad. But yeah, we took a good hit from the Constellation, partially because this ship has a stepped citadel. It's like Suzuya. If you go pull up the armor viewer of this ship, the citadel kind of raises up in the middle, like underneath the superstructure, the engine and that part, kind of where the back of the plane is right there. And when you're kiting away, it is a shell trap for citadel. So you have to be very careful playing the ship in the open water, playing it as an agile cruiser, which we definitely are not, full DPM because of the 15-second reload. But yeah, definitely be careful. So yes, I compared this ship a lot to Suzuya, and before I started playing it, I was like, what's going on with this thing? This is going to be terrible. 15-second reload to Suzuya's 10-second reload. Suzuya has better HE shell damage and Suzuya has a better fire chance. But the thing is, Shimanto has a few tricks up her sleeve to balance the field. The biggest thing is 1/5 pin. So in our game, you can take the shell diameter of HE shells and divide it by 6. Most of the time, that is how much armor your shell is going to penetrate unless you are a German ship and have quarter pin, or unless you're a ship like this that has 1/5 pin. 30 millimeters of armor is a very important threshold at tier 7. Lots of cruisers like the Baltimore, the Prince Eugen, the Hipper, they have 27 millimeters of armor. Shimanto can absolutely bully heavy cruisers. You can aim right at the hull, get full pins, and deal catastrophic damage. It is a big gimmick that this ship has. Let's take a couple pot shots at these battleships as we move back in. What I'm thinking, I think since our team is pushing A hard, we can sneak in and get the cap. We just need to use our stealth, basically. Suzuya's over there hiding behind the island. Oh, there is a Bagration, which is kind of a scary ship. If he has AP loaded, that can be deadly. We'll shoot a couple times, but we can always, we reserve the right to just stop shooting and go dark with that 9/9 conceal, and then we can take the cap. We might test the AP again here if this guy is not going to look at us at all. So yeah, the 360 turrets, like we kind of demonstrated as we sailed away from our impending doom, it is very handy to have. Basically, you can have 80% of your firepower on target all the time. So it is very nice. And when you're kiting, you can switch back and forth from the port to the starboard side. And in ships like Suzuya, you can't really do that. With the turret traverse, you almost want to keep your turrets on one side and kind of keep turning back in towards that side, if that makes any sense at all. But with this ship, you can turn right, you can turn left, and your turrets are going to be right there. Not to mention the insane turret traverse on Shimanto. 6 seconds. I mean, it's fast. That's like Atlanta fast. That's like Fletcher levels fast. It is really cool. This thing is definitely designed as an AA cruiser, and it shows in the gun handling characteristics. The firing angles, they're not bad either. Also, we went ahead and torped that gap because I kind of figured these cruisers are facing that direction. At some point, they're going to want to come out and play. Let's see if we can ag them on here. Get a couple auto-aim specials over the island. And yeah, we're going to get the cap. This is looking nicely. It's actually tied on ships. Games don't seem to go this way much anymore. Usually it's a landslide. So if a game is in the 8-minute mark, could be a good game. All right. P-Bag is coming out right in front of our torpedoes. I love it. You love to see it. That ship's so unmaneuverable. Yep. Lights out. We got him. And not spotted. Seaside's definitely falling, so I'm not going to turn around. We're just going to keep our keister pointed towards them because eventually we're going to get pushed. There is a GJ Merger. That is a pretty dangerous destroyer. We'll have to keep an eye out for him. So, Mogami. Oh, Albemarle. Have to be careful here. We can load the HE. And again, like we talked about, well, AP Salvo on Suzuya. Let's see if we can clean him off the board here. 7K. He lived, though. But the HE will be able to load it against a bow-in cruiser like this. Like, he's not going to shatter much. Let's watch the damage tick up on old Albemarle here. The 203s on Mogami. That's, you know, that's something that I keep stopping at with this ship, because Mogami has the same exact reload, 15 seconds. So is it really worth playing the Shimanto? I think you're just going to have to enjoy the gimmicks of it, because Mogami's still probably better. HE DPM wise, they're really about the same, but Mogami has that ability to slap with AP, and I don't know. There's a lot to it. There is a lot to it. Getting some good pins on Albemarle. Hopefully, maybe one of our torpedoes connect as well, but we just need to be careful that we don't drive into one of these islands. And the other thing, I'm trying to keep the island protection on my left side there from the battleships that kited away, because I don't want to get blippity blapped. They're probably out of range by now. Perm fire. Nice, maybe a couple more hits and we might actually get the kill on this guy. So the HP pool, 44,500. It's actually the 6th healthiest cruiser out of the entire tier, right behind the Prince Eugen. And that's something you wouldn't expect to see on a light cruiser, especially on something Japanese. You know, the Mogami and the Suzuya, they're both pretty low when it comes to the HP pool, so that is one really good thing about the Shimanto. She's healthy. The heals are pretty weak, but with 3 of them, I mean, it's keeping us in the fight a good amount here. The armor we talked about, it's not amazing. You're wrapped in 25 mil, and you have the stepped citadel, so you definitely have to be careful. Agility. It's something IJN cruisers are known for, and if you're watching here, I'm going to try to pull this turn off because I don't want to be out in the open. Those battleships are going to be coming back, so we just need to play islands. And I'm struggling to get this thing turned. It is not like Mogami or the Suzuya in that regard. It actually has a pretty big turning circle, 840 meters. So that is something to keep an eye out for. The ship is kind of a unit. She's still quick. 34.5 knots, that is the same speed as Suzy and Mogami, but yeah, a worse rudder shift time and a larger turning circle. I would say you could, Merker with the AP, we have to be very careful here. Very, very careful. If he got a good AP salvo, he could possibly wreck us. Is he gonna shoot again? Yep. He's right over on this side. We probably better pop sonar. I'm sure he torped this gap in front of us with those super slow torps. But I would like to push him. Really, the thing is we have a big points advantage. We don't have to do anything crazy, but I kind of want the kill. Okay, torps are not a threat. Let's move up. Constellation's low enough that I bet I can pick up both of these kills here. Very carefully, that is. Maybe if we show a little more broadside, Merker will think he has the AP salvo to do it. Let's see here. Let's turn back in. Yep, he kind of took the bait. He missed the salvo a little bit, so let's see if we can pick up the kill. We got it. All right, 3 kills, and we kept B-cap. Also, Constellation DC'd that fire, so 1 perm fire, and that kill is going to be ours as well. So yeah, the agility. If you wanted to play it as a full agile ship, I don't think it would be very good at that. For one, the large turning circle, to me, that is one of the biggest things that makes an agile cruiser not that great, is if you can't turn very tightly. There's the perm fire. Constellation's ours. I'll take it. Might take him a little bit. I don't know if he has a heal ready. And Tirpitz is 17 kilometers out there. Now, this is the guy that pushed up the A flank at the beginning of the match. He's just been running the entire game. 4 kills. Let's see if we can clean up Tirpitz for the Kraken. Might as well. We have 4 ships. We can be aggressive. He's not getting a solo warrior on this one. But yeah, with the slow reload, I honestly would spec this thing DPM. And I've said this a lot in my light cruiser play. You know, I did a lot of agile cruisers, but honestly, the more I've played this game, I find the best thing to do is learn to prop juke. You know, if you can prop juke, with propulsion mod in this game and keep all your DPM perks, honestly, you're going to have a much better time. With some exceptions, you know, heavy cruisers that are good brawlers, like, what is the Italian cruiser? Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to think of the name. The legendary Italian cruiser. That thing is still great, full agile, because you can just do these crazy brawling situations and use the sap secondaries and the torpedoes. But really for ships like this, I would just go all DPM and learn to prop juke. And basically what you're doing is you're watching for enemies to shoot and you're out accelerating the shells, or you're slowing down to dodge shells. And I tell you what, if we ever catch up to this Tirpitz, I'll show you what I mean. We'll see if we can dodge some of his salvos and pick up the kill. Now, obviously it is easier to do if you're playing full agile, but you know, if you have good spotting and things like that, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to play this ship from an island cover like we have been doing this match. Okay, let's get Tirpitz's attention. Watch his turrets. He's gonna say, oh, there's a little cruiser. That's who I want to shoot. So quickly slam on the brakes, turn in, and the shells should fly right by. There we go. And then we can accelerate, or honestly, we could stay in a stationary position and then out accelerate his shells. But yeah, basically that's prop juking. So get good at that, and yeah, you'll have a much better career as a light cruiser player. If we pick up another perm fire, we could get this kill. We did not turn in quick enough that time. Still, we got the HP, you know, with that 44,500 health, so we are good. I think these inspirations have been working great for this ship. A little bit of reload with Membelli, a little bit of stealth with Mikawa. I've been having some great games. Okay, there's the perm fire and the Kraken. We did it. We got it, we got it. Overall, fun line of ships. I'm really enjoying them. Let me know what you guys think down below. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.